Yo, what's up, my people? This is Informant 254. Old opportunity, new chance for you. Check out my YouTube channel, subscribe. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, my people. It's a wonderful afternoon here, summer in Germany. And welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Informant 254. Today being a wonderful day, I want to talk about some wonderful program that was started in 1969 in Germany. A program that helps the youth, let me say people who are between 18 and 27 years, to come to Europe and learn the language, stay with the family, learn the culture, all these things that people do in Germany. I'm going to talk about the au pair program, which is an important program because in 2005, I happened to be in the German language in Kenya, in a German language school, and I bumped into this program with the help of my uncle and my relatives, and also just with the language school. They taught us about the au pair program, and I applied. And what is an au pair? And I applied and I made it. I happened to get a contract, came to Europe in 2005 through this program, and I've been in, the program takes only a year. After 1 year, there are different ways of that you can do to continue your stay in Germany. Like you can study, you can decide to do some kind of other social works and stuff. So today I'm going to talk about the au pair program, which was started in 1969, and it has an advantage to the Germans. The au pair program pushes you. The au pair program is a program in which you come and stay with the family in Germany. The family kind of hosts you, after the application, after the visa requirements, after you get your visa, you come and stay with the family for 1 year. And you have to do the main duties and obligations of an au pair is to take care of the kid or kids, take care of the pets, and do some light housework. I'll be brief on this because the au pair program is not a job. It's not 100% job. You are not paid a salary. You're paid pocket money. It means you work for 6 days in the week, 6 hours per day, and you are paid at the end of the month like 280 euros for your pocket money. The family pays for your language course. You have to do a language course. They also pay for your travel expenses, like a train ticket, a monthly train ticket. That's their requirement, yeah. And you are obligated to have a holiday for like 1 month. If you have a contract for 1 year, there's 1 month which you will be able to be free to do your things. You can visit a relative, friends, stay with friends. This is important. Go and stay with those friends. Get to listen to what they have to tell you. And you also have 1.5 days a week, mostly on Sundays, for your own free time, And this is what I'm starting to talk about. So you go straight to the requirements of being an au pair, straightforward. You have to be between 18 and 27. You have to have a German language certificate, if possible, A1. You have to be, it doesn't matter, you can be married, it's okay for them. You have to have done something like some kind of social work. For example, for me in 2005, I was a member of the St. John's ambulance in Kenya. I did that as a voluntary job. I got a certificate for it, and I had to prove that in the embassy during my interview. During your application, you have to write, be frank. If you have allergies, write you have allergies. And if you apply that you're okay with living with family with the same sex, like lesbians or homosexual people, you have to be able to come and live with it. So whatever you write, try to be frank, because it's very important. Because if you come here and your contract, you can't agree with the family, with the family requirements and what you wrote, you'll have the contract will be terminated. And for you to change families, it's not that easy, because if a family picks you, it means it liked you. So for another family to just decide to take you in, it's not that easy. And you have to understand, in Germany, you cannot live in Germany without doing anything. You have to have health insurance, which the family will be paying for you. You have to have a place to stay, and you are under them. So if your visa is your visa is under that family. For you to, you have 1 year. For you to change to join another family, it means the family will be obligated to pay for your health insurance and also change the visa and for you to have that residence permit. You know, so discipline is very important. Once you join the family in Germany, try to be disciplined. Try to listen more and talk less. You'll be allowed to attend cultural events, religious events, and generally, get to know the German culture, what they do, what they like, because that's part of being an au pair, just to know the country's culture, That's one of the main reasons, to know their language, So I'll insist on discipline. Discipline is very important when you come. Self-discipline, work, try to build that chemistry with the family, the host family, so that you can manage the 1 year contract, the 1 year agreement, And this is very important because people think they can just come and maybe change. It's not a holiday. It's an opportunity for you to work, do something, learn. It's like a stepping stone for you to do things after the 1 year. So, how was my interview at the embassy in 2005? This is how it was. In 2005, most of the people who were coming as au pairs were females. And I read that male au pairs are also being accepted in Germany. As I was preparing to come to Germany as a student, I decided, let me just apply to these agencies online. My sister also applied for me, she was already here, and see if I'll be lucky for them to require a family somewhere in Germany to require male au pair. And boom, just like that, I received a call. A family was interested in me. One of the main reasons they were interested in me is that they had this son, wonderful young man, 7 years old, who was interested in basketball, played basketball at a young age. And in my application, I'd written about being a basketballer in Kenya. I was playing that time for the first league in Kenya. I was playing for Postbank. Having been in 2001 the best player in Western Province, in Kenya Basketball Federation, all those documents were attached in my application. And this kid looked at me on that application form and said he just wanted me. So they sent me a contract to Kenya, big contract. Signed it, organized to go to the embassy, made an appointment at the German embassy in Kenya, and my interview was so short. And because I was asked, you really want to go as a male au pair to Germany? I said yes. So I went to the upper office. I met one young diplomat who interviewed me for like a few minutes, just asked me, why are you interested in going to Germany? I said, I'm interested to go to Germany to learn the culture. I want to know their traditions. I want to learn more about the language. I want to travel the world and see how it looks like. He looked at my documents. He asked me what I've done. I told him, actually, at that particular time, I was still training with Postbank Kenya, with Buddha, Kenya's coach at that time. And I had a medal. I had so many certificates from high school, but the medal was... I emptied the medal to the embassy. He said, you play basketball? I said, yes, I'm good in it. With your height? I said, that's why people underrate me. With my height, I'll finish you. Finish you completely. Make those points. I had newspaper cuttings, 3 newspaper cuttings from the Kenya newspapers which talked about me and my basketball, presented them at the embassy. And it made this guy so excited that he was like, oh my God. So you really have been something in this country. I said, yeah, I'm so proud to be what I was. So basketball is one of the reasons why I made it to come to Germany. I can't regret being a basketballer in Kenya for those years in Friends School Camp Singer, that training in Postbank Kenya, in railways. So basketball is one of the reasons that the kid liked me. It's one of the reasons that showed I was disciplined. My certificates were good, were clean, good recommendations from the St. John's, from my high school, and that's how I got the visa. He just told me come after a month and pick your visa, But I had the German language their certificates of attendance. That time I didn't have the certificate in A1, so we had just attendance certificates. Things have changed right now. They need the A1, which is a German language certificate, which after 3 months you can have. So the interview is very short, basic questions, a bit of German. He asked me some simple questions like how old I was, where I come from, what I like, what are my hobbies. That was the interview, just the basic questions to see if I was actually the person who did the language course in Goethe Institute. And I managed to get that visa in 2005 to come to Germany as an au pair. So what were my best moments of being an au pair? Yeah, there's so many, but I'll just go to the ones that made me really excited. As an au pair, you work for like 6 hours a day. So in the morning, I wake up, make breakfast for myself and the kid, take him to school. I used to take him to school with the normal bus. And then after taking him to school, I go to the language school. After the language school, I pick him after around 12. Then we go back home. Then back home, we ride the bikes. When we go back home at 12, we eat something again. Then we ride the bikes, play a bit of basketball around on a free court. And when the parents come, they take over because my 6 hours are over. And they used to allow me to go to, after the 6 hours, they allowed me to go to town and chill or just move around and stuff. So I used to go to this place called the Fresh and So Clean. It's a barber shop, belongs to a Kenyan. And I used to go there to play the PlayStation and just hang out with Kenyans. That's one of the best moments. Another moment was going to the gym with the young man, the basketball gym. Wow, just the gyms were nice, just a normal big hall, standard basketball, indoor. Those are among the best moments, and also just having that pocket money for yourself, not depending on your parents to send you money in Nairobi. You have, that time I was getting, right now they're paying 280 euros per month for an au pair. That time they were paying us 160 euros, In 2005, it was a lot of money. I used to use some of it, and some of it I used to send even back home, just as appreciation to my parents. So those were the best moments, of being an au pair in Germany. And having this young man who was really friendly, the family was really friendly. Another best moment that I almost forgot is that the family asked me if they could pay for my air ticket from Kenya to Frankfurt, because I was living in Frankfurt with the family. And I said it's okay. They said they deducted from my salary, my pocket money. But then after 4 months, they decided no, because I was disciplined, I was good, I was doing my things according to what they wanted. They decided to waive it off. So they waived off. I traveled with the big aeroplane, the Kodo Airlines. There was no direct flight from Nairobi, so they paid from Mombasa. So I flew from Mombasa to Frankfurt, one flight. Just one flight, no changing, man. I was in the air for I think 10 hours. That was my first flight in my life. And it was amazing. It was really amazing. Also, one of the best moments. Another moment is after getting my visa in Kenya, my sister sent me 70 euros and my uncle who was here in Germany sent me 90 euros. So I had almost 16,000 Kenya shillings to spend, which I was not expecting to have. They just sent it for me to do my shopping and stuff. And so I traveled with my dad to Mombasa because I don't know Mombasa well. And they helped me take off from Mombasa. And those are one of the best moments of 2005 and being an au pair. Of course, getting the contract in Kenya, getting the families, are moments that you get butterflies and moments that happen once in a lifetime. The au pair program is restrained. You just need to be 18 to 27. You can't apply after that. So if you're listening to this channel and you're below, you're in this age limit, this is a window of opportunity which closes when you turn 28. And if your parents can support you to do the language, currently I've seen the language, you can do the language even in Kisumu. I'll put a link down here. You can do the language in Kisumu, in Mombasa, and the main language exam, you have to do it it has to be Goethe Institute. The A1 certificate has to be Goethe Institute. So I'll recommend that people should do the language and try their chances as an au pair, because the male and female, they're still coming. And they're still coming. It's almost 18 years years later after me coming, and I've met some au pairs. I'll interview one hopefully soon, just to so that you people know the reality. She has finished her au pair program and she started another social program. If this works out, you'll see it in this content. So those are the best moments of being an au pair. This is one of the oldest trains in Germany. Just happened to bump into it. The original train in Germany. It's a short trip. Oh, I almost forgot something about one of the best moments. One of the best moments that I had as an au pair was the agency that I applied to come as an au pair organized a trip to Holland for au pairs, and the family allowed me to go. It was like 2 days, a 2-day trip with the bus, and I happened to meet au pairs from everywhere: South Africa, Cameroon, Nigeria, Ukraine. I happened to meet au pairs from all these countries, and we stayed in a hostel in Holland. We visited Amsterdam, Rotterdam, and it was a good moment, youths in a bus from different countries with some little pocket money. Nothing can go wrong. So we were in Holland for 2 days as au pairs. Another good moment was I flew with the family for like 3 days to Paris for a short holiday as an au pair. The kid, the family, the father and the son and the mother. We were in Paris for a while. So I was in Paris for the first time in 2005 as an au pair with the family, just for a short holiday. So those are among the best moments, of being an au pair. You can't forget these. You can't forget these. It's a good moment, a good experience too. You get to learn. I learned a lot from them. So I know you'll want to know what were my worst moments as an au pair. Actually, I can't say they were worst moments, but they were just. It's an experience, I lived with the family, their food. Sometimes in the evening we used to eat just bread and salad. This was very hard for me, especially as a person coming from Kenya, when I'm used to eating warm food. So we used to eat bread and some salad and some orange juice, nothing even warm, They called it kalte Abendessen or something, and this was very hard for me, as a person who believed in Germany, we just eat meat. These are rich people, you need to eat meat, a lot of meat, chicken, meat, and that's what I was believing. But these people sometimes just eat, the Germans sometimes just eat cold meal in the evening, so you have to be ready for that. So what I used to do is that I used to just after the meal, before I go to bed, I make a cup of warm tea. Just tea and some tea, warm tea, some tea bags. Put it some tea bags in, and then have it in the evening. That's among the moments that I can say they were not so easy for me. And another moment that I have issues with your blood pressure is when your contract is almost getting finished. The good thing I had adequate information, but I had to save money so that after my 1-year contract, people recommended I have to join a language school, which is private, to join a language school so that I can extend my visa before joining the university or to do another program of studies. So I had to save my pocket money the last month. I really saved, everything so that I can join the language school, which was not cheap. It was like you have to pay like almost 30,000 per month. It's like 300 euros per month for you to join that language school, because it's a private school. And with that, I managed to extend my visa after being an au pair. So those are moments that you have to really deny yourself and think about the future. And that's what happened. So those are the moments that I had butterflies, that, okay, what am I going to do after my contract? But those are the moments, and which happened to be a good transition. So after my program, the family wrote me a really nice recommendation letter, and with the recommendation letter, which was needed by the agencies, which was needed by the visa or the permanent residence issuing officers, This letter plus the letter to join a language school enabled me to extend my visa at that particular time after the 1 year, because you can't be an au pair for more than 1 year. After 1 year, you need to have money to pay your own private insurance. You need to have money to pay your school or to do another program. Those are the moments that you have to feel. You feel them, with money you can do everything. So what are my recommendations to the new au pairs, or my advice to the new au pairs who are coming to Germany? The first one is continue doing the language. Be disciplined at the language school, because the family offers you a language. The language will have to offer you a language program, which is they're obligated to pay 70 euros to the language school per month, or 840 euros per year. Do the language, because after that, you'll get a lot of good experience here with the language. Something else I recommend is you should save a lot of money. Save money, save money, save money. Save money because you need it. You'll need it after your program. You'll need it for many things. With money you'll be able to move. With money you'll even you can stay with somebody if you have money. Save that money. That's what I'll recommend. The third thing I'll recommend is be disciplined. Discipline, I've said, I don't know, maybe 16 times discipline. Because without discipline, you will not survive even a week. Not a week, I'm not talking even a day. Once hate is generated, there's no chemistry with the host family, you'll have a lot of problems. So I recommend you be disciplined, do more, sacrifice. The au pair program is a serious program, but also you have to be serious, because if the family sees you're serious, you're giving in the efforts, even after the au pair program, if you have contact with the family, they'll help you a big way. They can even sign a letter of obligation to say they're going to be in charge of your studies, they're going to be in charge of your social programs, they're going to fund it. So it depends with the type of family you meet and how you kind of take care of yourself. As an au pair, you'll have your own room. So just try to keep your room in order, keep the house in order, make sure that everything in the house try to make the family comfortable, because this is now your family. That's what I'll recommend. And listen to people out there, interact with people out there apart from your family, your Kenyan friends. Listen to them. Not everybody will tell you something nice or something to do, but listen to it and see and take what the best out of it, because the people who've lived here, they know more than you just came. They can tell you about programs and other things. That's my recommendation for this program for the new au pairs who are coming to Germany or even Austria. Just to add on the recommendations is, as an au pair, you have a 1 month holiday. If you have a 1 year contract, you are entitled for a 1 month holiday. I'll recommend that that month, just take it as a free month. Don't go for those holidays the whole month with the family. Just take it so that you can plan on your things. Go visit friends and listen to what they have to tell you. Because it's you need sometimes a lot of time to discuss what's going to happen after your program. You need to meet the other entities to be able to understand. So I'll recommend that you take that 1 month holiday for yourself. Keep it for yourself, to do your own things, visit maybe a relative or a friend, and meditate what you want to do within that month. For short holidays with the family is okay. You can fly for 2-3 days with them somewhere, but the 1 month holiday, take it for your own. Take it as your own, to do your own things, to do your own planning, and also to do your own research. I'll also recommend you listen to content creators. There's a lot of stuff out here. People have talked about this program. I'm not the first one, and there are so many other programs that you can also indulge in after the au pair program. Listen to them, see what you can do about it, and get to do these things on time. Because sometimes you can have an idea, but then you are late. You are late to apply. You are late to, you didn't see when to apply, the deadlines and everything. So this is something that is really important too. That's what I recommend that you do. Get to listen to other content creators who have passed through this program, because there's so many, and I also know so many who have passed through the program. Listen to their own experiences and what they did and what they're doing currently. That's the end of the recommendations. This is one of the oldest trains in Germany. Okay, this is Informant 254. To summarize today's program about the OPEA program, I'll just say I'm gonna put a PDF link down here for people to download about the latest OPEA program requirements, and everything about it, which was updated in this year in April. And also I'll put some links on agencies where you can apply online. This program, you just need to have a phone. You need to have a smartphone. For me, I didn't have that time. In 2005, it was really hard for me to apply because I had to go to a cyber cafe. I had to scan those things, pay a lot of money for that, checking my emails. I had to go to a cyber cafe. But you currently seated down there in the village, you have a smartphone listening to me. You can scan your documents with your phone, attach them to the application, and send them to the agencies in Germany. And you can still put your phone number on it. That time I had a monologue phone, no smartphone. So you have a better chance to apply from the comfort of your seat, So as I end today's day, just tell you this is all about love. This is a program that has helped so many who are in this country pursuing other programs, and it's still going to help so many people. A program that was started in 1969, it's a program that is legit, and it still exists up to now. It's 2023. In 2005, I applied, used this program, and I came to Germany. Why can't you use it? Why can't you use it? So, to end the program, it's all about love. This is Informant 254, signing out from Stuttgart. Have a lovely Sunday.